Joining us now at the desk, former Council of Economic Advisors acting chair Tom Philipson and Fox News contributor Liz Peek. Ladies first. Liz, how important is this going to be in the midterms, but what can the president and his entire team really do to lower gas prices? Because it all starts and ends with Iran, frankly.
That's it. I mean, not much. They can't. If you look at presidential approval ratings, they rise and fall with the price of gasoline. It is absolutely amazing. That certainly happened for Joe Biden, and it has happened this year with Donald Trump. Unfortunately, between now and November, unless there is some settlement of the hostilities in Iran, unless the Strait of Hormuz begins to function as it was before the war began, with 20% of the oil flowing through that strait, it's very hard to imagine any recourse. It's hard to imagine any path to lower gasoline prices. So obviously they're pushing very hard to bring Iran to the negotiating table. I hope they're successful because this is going to weigh on Republicans in November.
I heard the Energy Secretary say $3 a gallon. That sounds nice, but you look at the economics of all this. Is there anything in the economic landscape that tells you $3 a gallon is possible anytime soon?
It's not going to be before the midterms, I think. But I mean, the question is, how long is this going to last? And after it ends, what's going to happen to prices? So if you look at how long it's going to last, futures markets have thought this is going to be pretty temporary. But they've been thinking it's been going to be temporary since March, and it's not temporary anymore. So, but they're still thinking it's going to come down in a few months. What's going to happen afterwards? Well, if you look, when we have a slight chance of an agreement, prices drop dramatically. So that's less than 100% chance. If it's a 100% chance it's over, that means they're going to drop even more after that. So I think it's going to come down significantly. We saw that almost when we had a deal. It come down dramatically in that case. And the secretary is right. The president is taking the opposite stand of Biden. Biden basically made us part of OPEC. Because he restricted with legislation and regulation how much we could produce, which is a perfect cartel member. That's what cartel members want in other cartel members, is that they restrict themselves in how much they produce. We're the opposite. We're now taking this, we're the substitute source when the Mideast sort of slows down.
Moving on to, since you're a billionaire, Tom, I'm just kidding.
Well, get to know a little better then.
Maybe you are.
He's not saying anything.
I'm a pauper. Let's move on to the billionaire tax brawl. Mark Cuban roasting California Congressman Ro Khanna on X after he posted a video making the case for the tax. Cuban telling Ro Khanna that he doesn't, quote, understand business, and adding this: you can bet if I'm investing in a multi-billion-dollar startup, I'm asking them to move from California first. In my opinion, if this passes, only idiot startup founders stay in Cali. Ideology is not a strategy, bro. I mean, Ro. He didn't write bro. This is just multi-layered moronacy to try and levy a wealth tax in a startup state like California, particularly.
Yeah, I know Mark well, and I couldn't agree with him more. I mean, there's a lot of confusion on this topic. Republicans say we can't have a wealth tax, and we certainly can't have a wealth tax of unrealized capital gains. But we do. Property taxes are exactly that. And it's on the biggest wealth of the middle income, essentially. It's their house. So we already have that for the middle income, essentially. That said, this is a disaster for any state that would adopt this kind of policy, because obviously people leave and they drain not only the public sector. In California, about the top percenters are paying about half their revenue or something like that. So what they care about most, the big government, is going to shrink when this happens, when they try to collect these taxes, essentially.
Liz, I love the back and forth. I liked the case Mark Cuban made, but I was kind of like, where you been, man? You should have been talking about this years ago, so we haven't gotten to this point. Maybe better late than never?
It becomes personal, doesn't it? When a billionaire says, billionaire can be very far left, as Mark Cuban has been from time to time. He says he's not a Republican or a Democrat. He sort of swings with the wind. But the reality is now he is in the crosshairs of people who want to tax billionaires. The stupidest thing about this is, first of all, it's an unmanageable tax. Imposing this tax would be a nightmare in every possible respect. They're saying it's only 1 year. Forget that. It won't just be 1 year. It won't just be billionaires. A wealth tax in California, which, by the way, Gavin Newsom has been opposing, but then because he's so desperate to run for president, knows that he needs the leftist approval ratings to go up. Now he's espousing one for the entire country, which, honestly, Gavin Newsom is just burying himself in contradictions.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing about this is California is losing businesses and people at a very fast clip. Guess what? That also means fewer Democrats from California in the House of Representatives and fewer electoral college votes. So don't they care about that? Yeah, they do. But it's just sort of like, this is the SEIU. That's who's behind this. And they cannot resist bowing to unions.
You're right.
Right. Good point.
Tom Philipson, Liz Peek, great to see both of you. And you can be sure to catch Liz tomorrow on the Big